serious.
Welcome to the basement. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the basement. I'm Nolo.
Jose.
We in the building here, or better said, we're under the building here in the basement.
So I've had like 3 people tell me, yeah, your logo, you're in the sewer. Right?
Underground, baby.
Yeah, we're underground.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, not even this basement is technically underground. We're like half.
We're like half.
We're like at our belly button.
We're like, if you look out the window, it's enough that if a mouse comes through the window, it's like face to face with you.
Yeah, you could be like, hey, buddy, welcome to the basement.
Which actually happens with cats.
Yes.
Cats come to the window.
Bro, the other day, some cat was walking. It had I'm sorry, it's gonna sound sexist, but it sounded like a female. She was just like, "Ah!" And she sounded like she was 90 pounds.
She's probably in heat.
Just stomping on the construction materials that are out there. I was freaking out, bro. I instinctively, because I'm like, I have to defend myself. She's probably in heat, right? I don't know. And meanwhile, I grew up with cats, plenty of freaking annoying animals. So I'm scared as hell. My instinct was to grab something. Because there's nothing but a screen, to defend, between us. So I look at my hand. That's supposed to protect you from
mosquitoes?
Yeah, from mosquitoes. That's exactly. I look at my hand and I have roach spray.
That'll make
That would have done something, right?
That would at least scare them away.
Yeah.
So what did you read about the nanoprobes?
So first of all, I Googled. Just now I Googled. What is a nanoprobe? And Google decided to give me, what is an anal probe?
No, wait, hold on. What does it say, though? Because I want to know.
Urban Dictionary. Anal probe. A name for a part of an... What?
Uh-oh. I forgot we can't read.
Yeah, right. We can't read here. It says it's a part of an alien abduction... They stick a probe into the abductive anal region. That's what the Urban Dictionary.
What would be the purpose?
Right.
Why would they need to put something in your butt?
Anal probing. Up the right. Anal probing or rectal.
What are they looking for? Unless they want some sort of fecal test to see what we've been eating, maybe. Unless they put things in, because they know we're not just going to randomly shove our hands up there. So they probably put something there to keep track of us, a tracking device.
Definitely. I mean, but does it have to be there?
I don't know how they think. You know how they think?
No.
Just because we think that's weird doesn't mean they're like, oh yeah, of course, stick it up the butt. Where else are they going to put it?
I don't know, bro. If they have, listen, I can tell you this much. If they're coming from another part of space, they have to be a little bit intuitive, right? Like if we saw the alien and we would be able to decipher, okay, this is its butthole.
Yeah, but we're assuming that they're like us. Maybe they're like plants. They don't eat food like we do. They just absorb it through the outsides.
Yeah, now you're talking about another dimension, right?
No, bro. What are you talking about? We don't know what's out there.
I'm just saying.
Because we're like a think about it. We're like a donut, all right? Meaning like the mouth and the butthole is like the middle part of the donut, right? That's it.
That's it.
To them, they're like, oh, the food just passes through them and they just absorb the nutrition from the inside.
So let's go this way. They figure let's go the other way.
I don't think they thought this through, bro. I think that's just evolution. I don't think that was on.
I don't know, but for me, in my crazy mind, I'm thinking if they got here, they have to be more advanced than us.
Probably, yeah. I would assume so.
I would assume advanced enough to decipher, all right, this is some weird looking thing. Yeah. And at least to be able to determine, okay, you just said it. Okay, we're a donut. So in one, out the other. They can't figure that out by watching us. You know what, dude? First of all, why do they care about humans? They should be worshiping dogs, right? For aliens to see humans pick up the feces of a dog, the dog is the master, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That dogs probably think that too. Think about what dogs think about. Think about what they think about, bro.
Right? Because they're like,
I don't have to do nothing all day. I don't gotta hunt. I don't got the human brings food to me, cleans up my feces. If I'm thirsty, it brings me water.
We obviously don't have pets.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're asking, if you're wondering, look, these guys got some
No,
cats.
no. So keep talking. I gotta take off my shirt.
Okay.
Just keep talking.
All right. So a nanoprobe in the real world, as opposed to fiction, is a optical device.
For those of you guys that are listening that don't really see us,
It
every
was
day
developed.
we walk in here wearing different costumes. Today I'm a pirate. And what are you, Jose?
I'm not telling. I told you that we wouldn't say.
Every day we record, we wear different costumes.
I wouldn't say with all of them. So yeah, it's an optical device. It was developed by tape.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real life.
This is this canon. I don't want this canon. I want the Star Trek canon.
Alright.
We're going to talk about Star Trek today, just in case you guys were wondering. For those of you that don't like Star Trek, listen to next week's episode where we talk about zombies.
Or the horrible first few episodes that had all these weird background noises and buzzing. We're gonna put that up just because
Yeah, sure. Why
it
not?
was awesome.
They probably have already heard it listening to this. Like, oh, that's why they put it up. All right, I get it now. But listen to this, bro. What if you were living in let's say Enterprise. I'm sorry, Generations times, Picard, Dominion War, Voyager, right? What type of technology do you think you would make that we don't see in Star Trek, but could possibly exist? We just don't see it. Meaning, like a ship. I think your brother talks about this all the time. A ship that replicates missiles and just fires them. Replicate fire. Replicate fire.
All right, so this is the problem with that, right?
Yeah.
What's keeping that replicated image?
Yes.
What's keeping it?
What do you mean? What's keeping it? The computer. Replicate fire. Same way it makes herbal tea.
So you're talking about a replicator.
Gray tea. Freaking what is it? Earl Grey. Hot. Same way it knows how to do that over and over again.
Over and over again, and it's firing. Yeah.
It would just have to have a lot of what is it used to replicate? Energy.
Well, everything comes down to dilithium crystals.
So we have to just have a lot of that.
Basically.
They just need one source of energy for everything. So, was it Deep Space Nine? Remember they had that rifle that she put the thing on her eye and she could see through the walls?
Yeah.
And it teleported the bullet? Is that what it did? Through the walls?
Yeah.
See that, right? She would snipe through the walls. I feel like, okay, that's a fine idea. But there's so much more, especially for war, that they could do. Think about it. I could just teleport a bomb in your mind. Boom, blow it up, dead. Everybody. One time. Boom, push on one button. Teleports a little bomb in everybody's brain.
First of all,
a firecracker. That's all it would take.
First of all, put the gun aside. Just use the scope. You mean I get to see through walls? You know how many women are like, oh my god, a perv tool.
They would have to make some sort of thing to hide.
So panties are made of lead?
But they wouldn't be wearing panties if they're changing whatever inside the room.
Well, whatever they're exactly. So whatever they're wearing,
They would just have
keep
to.
it on.
People would just have to accept the fact that everybody's gonna know what they look like naked, because there's no way to stop everybody.
What would happen to society?
Remember that episode with
Oh my
Quark?
gosh!
That he had copied somebody, and then he put her into the because somebody they were offering him money to make a copy of that girl so he could have her in the holosuite.
In DS9?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Confession, that has to be one of the series that I've only watched like 3 or 4 times.
That's crazy. I only saw it once. The whole thing straight through. That's it.
I don't remember that episode.
I think it was not Lita. Damn, what's the name of that girl? The Bajoran.
The one that dated his Rom? Married Rom?
No, that's Lita. The other Bajoran. I'm sorry, my bad. She is Bajoran. I forgot she was a Bajoran.
What is...
She was a security officer, I think she was. Head of security? No, Odo was head of security.
Odo was head of security. So what are you talking about?
She was... Then no, I don't think she was...
Kira?
Kira! I think he had to copy Kira and put her into the thing. And then I guess he had a change of conscience, and he was like, no, I'm not
And
gonna
who
do it.
wanted this done?
Some guy, some random person that showed up to the ship. It's like, I want her. He's like, no, you can't have her, whatever. He's like, just scan her. He's like, oh. And he offered him like shekels or something.
Shekels. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so nanopros, right?
No, forget nanopros, bro. Listen, think about all the technology that we could have had. Okay, just the holograms alone. What do you call them? Holodeck. They could project it. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a holodeck. So imagine we just ordered it through Amazon. It costs you about $4,000.
For
And
what?
listen to me, bro. Let me just finish what I'm saying. All right. You order from Amazon. It costs like $4,000, whatever. And you put up 4 projectors on the corner of your walls. And then you program it through your phone. Boop boop boop. I want this my living room. And just make it right in your living room. And you sit on it. Oh, it's so cool. You just.
Well, I mean, that's what it's going to be, no?
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is this. Why don't you just get some regular square-looking rectangle ship, and it just has all those projectors on the outside of the ship, and you can make the ship look like whatever you want. You can make it have whatever weapons you want, right?
Right.
You can make it almost do anything. You can make it look like whatever you want. Then the core of the ship is the safe area. If you go outside the safe area, you're technically in space, but within a hologram projection with force fields and has air in it and all that. You see what I'm saying?
So you're basically just creating a ship inside a huge
Yeah.
microwave.
You said microwave?
Like a big microwave. Like a
What are you talking about? Microwave? Why?
I'm just picturing a microwave in space, and you're inside of it, and you're designing your ship, and then it opens up, and you
A
fly
microwave? That's what you came up with? In
I
your
don't
head?
know.
A human-sized microwave that can go inside? I imagine something like the Delta Flyer, imagine. Oh, not the Delta Flyer. What's that shit that they had in Deep Space Nine? The runabouts. That they're big.
Oh, the bulky ones, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But it has projectors all on the outside. And you can make a Federation ship. You go over that, you put, I want Enterprise D. You push the button, boom, it projects the Enterprise D, and you go in the Enterprise.
But that sort of reminds me of the episode with the Romulans in with Archer, that they were using a ship, a very small ship, to project images of whatever vessel they wanted, and in essence, they were starting to cause chaos between the different races. You saw it, right?
I don't remember, bro.
What?
That one, I seen that one. I seen that before I seen Deep Space Nine.
So basically, the Romulans created a small vessel. So it's highly maneuverable. It's unmanned, and they basically use holograms to. So So the Romulans are trying to start problems between the Tellarites, the humans, the Vulcans, and the.
Somebody's listening like, I remember that episode. And he's wrong. It wasn't the Tellarites. It was this.
It was a few races, bro.
Anyway, listen.
What? Why does that have anything to do with?
It doesn't. So then, look. Okay, the Borg. I said this right after we finished recording yesterday. I said this, and I mentioned it. I'm going to say it again. Why would the Borg need to... what is that thing called that they do to them? I forgot. Assimilate people right off the bat. If they could just literally replicate other Borg on that planet. Boom, just armies. Boom, 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 like 10 times. They just start walking. Even better. Why don't they just fly close to the planet, open up the bomb base, and just drop we were just looking it up? Nanoprobe. Just a cloud, bro. Just...
So, I feel like they have done that.
That seems like the most efficient way.
I feel like they've done that in Voyager.
I gotta watch it again then.
I feel like they've done that in Voyager.
You can just cloud dust the whole place. You don't have to lose anybody. Whatever you lose was free. You got them right there on the spot anyway. You don't have to send soldiers down. Just watch it. All you have to do is keep your ship up there, close by, and protect it from military vessels. Just bomb. And let them take over the area.
Yeah.
Then you move forward to the next area. And now you have a whole bunch of soldiers to help you now.
So how do you think the Borg came about? In your mind. In your canon.
V'ger?
V'ger.
Explain V'ger.
V'ger was the episode of a...
It wasn't an episode.
It was a movie.
To
To me, it's like all an episode, right?
It was the first movie, actually.
It was the first movie, and it's super long.
Especially the scene where they're flying into. I don't even know what they're flying
It
into, bro.
almost feels like we are in space, like actually suffering through the time.
I wonder
Getting-
because at the time that they made it. Sorry about that.
Wow, dude. Let's
At
keep it
the
up.
at the time that they made it, people were getting high. It was during the hippies phase, right?
Yeah, but I believe, science and exploration was also a big thing. So they sort of wanted to focus on this, so like Space Odyssey kind of.
Space Odyssey came out around that time.
So it was almost that kind of, oh yeah, let's make a super long dragon.
They said it like that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make it draggy. Anyway, so
Draggy. That's what they thought.
that's what they thought. That's
They
fine.
thought. Think about it, because remember when we first got Windows first, the screensavers what they look like.
Wow, that's so
So, so to them that technology was brand new. They're like, people are gonna love to see this.
the future.
The future's here, guys. This is all CGI. Meanwhile, we watching out. We're like, come on, that's a screensaver. We all know it. So to me, there's so much potential of
So,
stuff that
wait,
they
wait,
could
hold
do.
on. So V'ger is basically this entity that the Federation, the humans, come across, and basically this thing is absorbing knowledge, like literally sucking in planets, and absorbing what it can learn from it. And it kept going through this search. We ran into it because it thought that its master was in this area, and it turns out that V'ger is a satellite called Voyager.
The Voyager probe. That's still out there currently. It's flying. It's past our solar system, you know, right? It's out there, bro.
It's still out there. Something.
It's past. It's in the Kuiper Belt. It's far out there, bro.
So that thing basically became an entity itself. And then you watch the rest of the movie, but definitely fast forward the first part. Unless you're into that kind of thing.
So it could be that. I see. I think it could be that
But how is it that?
because it's absorbing knowledge.
So how does that become
I think
a
it just runs.
nanoprobe?
It runs amok in becoming. I need to figure out any way to. Okay, so there's a thought experiment. I think it was Sam Harris or whatever that talks about all the time. He goes, if you make he talks about AI. If you make an AI, you tell the AI make paper clips, and you say, "Be free, AI, make paper clips." It's gonna use every single thing to make paper clips, even people. It's gonna take people apart and make them into paper clips, and it's not gonna stop because it can't think to stop. So to me, the Borg almost feel like when you watch it, AI that's run amok, that's saying find perfection, and it just doesn't know how to stop.
Okay, so I totally agree, but I think that I don't see how V'ger. I guess that girl went and started assimilating people. How did the transformation go from it being a satellite
Yeah.
to?
Maybe it replicated sometime or left some sort of.
See, that's the
knowledge.
part that I'm missing. The
Yeah,
connection,
yeah.
the story.
No, but I'm saying but I don't know. I read
Because to me, what you're saying about the whole idea of an AI running amok, to me, it's like us messing, and we have nano technology that that they're utilizing now. There's microscopic surgeries and stuff. Before they had to rip you up, right?
now, but the nano probes for the Borg are free. They're like germs almost, like virus. They would be like viruses more because if you look at them.
Okay, so hold on, because I think I was just reading something, right?
Do you remember? This is years.
Hold
ago,
on,
bro.
I want to stick to that very same thought though, because somebody
You said
wrote
what? The what?
that's very same thought. So somebody wrote in 2016. This guy's a jerk. As he goes, how smart are the Borg nanoprobes? He basically says that it's unlikely the collective allows them independent or collective thought. Example, Next Generation Evolution. Don't remember that episode. Precisely to prevent them from running amok.
The
So
probes.
they're not a germ, they're programmed.
That's
Very specific.
no. Wait, hold on.
They're
I
very
said that
spec-
yesterday, bro. I actually said that.
I'm done.
Put your headphones
done.
back on.
I'm done. want them out of here.
I said that yesterday, bro.
I said the same thing. They are programmed.
Listen to
It's
yesterday's
just
episode.
more advanced program.
Now, what I said with the nanoprobes is that they have one basic function and that's it, bro. They do one thing and that's it. Because in that case, the Borg nanoprobes would be
Again,
Borg.
this is just this is someone's opinion, okay?
No, they're giving you canon information, bro. Read it. They give you episode. It's okay.
Because they mentioned one episode.
We gotta watch this episode.
That you don't
bro.
even remember, neither do I.
What is that? I'm writing it down.
It's called The Next Generation's Evolution.
Evolution. That's it. I'm watching it, bro.
I'm gonna look it up right now. How about that?
What, you gonna look up the episode?
I'm gonna look up the what?
You're gonna look up the episode? Damn, bro. So yeah, do you remember years ago, bro? At this point, it's like probably like 6 years ago. I found a script from Voyager that they never made into a show. I sent it to you and your brother, and it was basically trying to say how the Borg was started.
You sent the link to me and Peter?
Peter, I think it was, yeah. And all it was a script. It was a script that never got made from Voyager.
It's more like... All right, so...
Like what?
I think you remember this episode. It was with the... damn. This guy had an experiment, but it turns out that I think... What's this guy's name? Wesley created a living thing, and it was living in the computer. And because it was living, it started controlling the computer. But this scientist...
It was a game?
This doctor had there was like a supernova thing, some special event that would only happen once. It was like his life.
I vaguely remember this.
You don't remember it?
I'm thinking about it, bro. I said vaguely.
Once you see the face, you're like, yeah.
You gotta zoom into that. I don't even...
Damn, bro, you gotta get your eyes checked again. You can't see his face.
I see his face, but damn. There you go. Okay, yeah.
Remember, he was fanatic about that event.
And he lied about it. Remember, he was like he lied about it. When they got there, it was like some other stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
You
I don't know how that ties into that guy's argument.
You better watch the episode and figure it out. All right. Anyway, the script that I sent you guys for Voyager, if I remember correctly, they were saying that the way the Borg started was that it was a medical experiment to help heal something. Like they were using nanoprobes to fix themselves. And the purpose that they put into the nanoprobes, instead of saying, instead of in every single nanoprobe saying, okay, your job is to heal cancer. Your job is to heal this. Your job is, this guy has a ruptured spleen, fix it, right? What they did was they said, make them perfect. And when they injected people with the nanoprobes just started going all out. And it started making sort of like a zombie situation happen on the planet. And then the Borg formed through there. It's in their... At this point, it's like it's their blood. The nanoprobes is their blood, you know?
Yeah, that would be actually correct. And that would be the best way to describe it. That's the technology side of the blood. It's the building blocks, the cells.
Yeah. So that, if I remember correctly, that script said that's how the Borg formed. I mean, obviously it's not canon because they never made the episode. But, something's going down.
Yo, something's going down.
That's why the cops are back there making all that. You just heard them, right? Somebody...
Man acting violently at 27 Warren Street.
I don't really know who you are.
Oh, don't say it too
There's
loud.
a man acting violently. This just to remind you guys, we're in the hood.
You remember the episode Dead Stop?
You gotta explain to me what the episode is. I don't remember names.
That was the episode of Enterprise where the ship is damaged and they come across
Yes, the thing that fixes them?
yeah.
Ah, that's such a good episode, bro.
Here we go.
Everybody thought that everybody I spoke to that watched the episode,
Yeah.
all thought the same thing. That sounds like the Borg.
That has to be the Borg. They just not
Did they ever
integrated.
explain who put that there? They just drove away, right? They destroyed it, they drove away, and then it started fixing itself again.
Then it started fixing itself again. So here's what I'm thinking.
I wonder if they're saying they started the Borg to that. Because now that it's fixing itself, it just doesn't stop, and now it's...
Well, you know how Janeway went back in time, and essentially she broke the time directive, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's not even a debate over that, right?
Yeah, she definitely... We're living in alternate time.
So with her, the storyline stops, right?
What are you saying?
So as far as what we know in Star Trek, right, the storyline stops because the next series that comes out is Enterprise, which was back in time.
Okay.
So as far as I know, as far as the series are concerned, Janeway, that was the last written thing in that current point. So she basically changed time, right? So in essence, there could be two timelines there.
Yeah.
The one that actually took her 76 years to get home, and the one that only took her 7.
So the one timeline, one person made a jump back to her own timeline, and it made a branch come out the side.
Yeah.
So no, there's two timelines. I imagine that with all time episodes. I imagine that.
Right. So, but the thing about it is that so this happened with J.J. Abrams, right?
Yes.
This guy.
Oh, my bad. I thought somebody was screaming out there. I was like, "Yo, he's here!"
Yo, this guy was ready to become a hero. You should have seen his
I was like,
face.
"Yo, save the cat."
He's like, yo, you coming? Oh, I don't know. You gotta tell me what's going on,
I
buddy.
don't know. You heard Donald Trump what he said?
No.
He said if he was there and heard this
Oh,
in
yes.
the school, he would have ran in there.
Do you believe that?
You know he was trained by G.I. Joe himself, right? Donald Trump was trained by G.I. Joe.
Do you believe that?
Donald Trump?
Donald.
Listen. Let me say this, though. We're not going to go into the subject. Let me just say this, though. There was a time recorded in New York Times newspaper, whatever, that Donald Trump saved somebody from getting hit with a bat or something like that. I don't read the whole story. I don't know. I don't really care. He's talking out of his ass. He wouldn't have done nothing. All right? Let's be real. And apparently the cop said that the reason why he didn't go in is because he thought the gunshots were coming from the football field that was across the way. So he was sitting behind the car waiting for backup.
Oh.
So maybe he wasn't a coward. Maybe he was waiting.
Right, but see, for me, if I hear gunshots,
You're going to run and scream.
hell yeah, I'm out. No. I don't know what I would do. I say, I'm being real. Like, I say I'm going to go, and I'm crazy. So I know I'm capable of doing it because I've done crazy stuff, But it's one of those things. You don't know until you're actually in that situation. So for the guy, he had a job to do. If I heard gunshots, my first instinct would have been, and this may even sound worse, but it could have done something in this situation. I would have ran to the building. I gotta protect the kids.
Yeah. No, but that okay. I don't want to get into this conversation.
If the bullets were coming from the field, then why wouldn't he run into the building to protect the children?
Yeah. See, but the thing is, what they were saying is that it sounds like BS because the children were running out of the school saying that he's in the school.
Another point of case, the kids are running out. So why? Because maybe there's something dangerous in. And if they were running out, why wasn't he reported trying to put them back into the school? Get into school, kids. Oh, it's not
coming
safe.
from out the field, bro. Get out of here.
Get out of here. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
weak.
me personally, if I didn't have a weapon and it's shooting, I'm like, I'm with the crowd. I got no choice.
Yeah.
But if I have a weapon, it's like I have an opportunity to save a life. The purpose of me even bothering with this gun is for this right now.
And you know what? Have you ever asked yourself, can you kill someone?
Yeah.
Here's your opportunity.
It will only be like, I have to do it, so I have to do it. Not like I want to, oh yeah, here it comes. I've been waiting for this day my whole life. There's people like that. But me, it would be more like, I have to do it. I just have to. But.
Yo. Someone just got their gun permit. We both know him. I don't want to shout him out because, we're doing the thing, but you know him. It's amazing. I'm like, really? You?
Oh, God, I already know. Don't even say it, bro. That right there, that right there is why people should take away guns. If people like that get guns, then it's like, you know what? We're better off with our guns.
Yo, I felt, I literally instinctively became a whole entire leftist on the situation. Like,
like, oh, that's why we have...
That's why we have this side.
Let's go back to the business here. Let's
All
go
right,
back
so
into the Trek.
I almost feel like we're in rivalry mode with Star Trek.
Or like we're on the opposite ends of things?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the idea of that script saying they made it originally to save lives, like a medical device. You know what I'm saying? Like helping people. Okay, you have cancer. We're gonna inject these nanoprobes in you. It's gonna break down the cancer. It's gonna get rid of it. It's gonna make you feel fine. I feel like that's possible today. Like in this canon that we're living in right now, that we can possibly in the next few maybe decade we'll have that technology and we do it ourselves.
Yeah, I don't put it past us being able to get there. As a matter of fact, I don't see us. I can see ourselves, reaching the stars. But it's gonna be a while.
And
But
we're not gonna see it. We might see it happen. Meaning, we might be in our 90s watching TV and they're like, "Oh, we're making the first, what do you call it? Colony in space. We're gonna
Mars.
go to." I think we'll see Mars before we get old. Honestly, I think in the next 30 years we might see Mars.
Colonized?
We might even see a colony because Elon Musk made it possible with that ship he sent. Think about the payload that he said he could carry.
Insane.
It's more than NASA even in their wettest dreams thought of. You know what I'm saying?
That's embarrassing, right?
That should be embarrassing for everybody because, and this is why I tell people, government things waste money.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you this question. Side note: do you think what was it? 3.9 billion or 39 billion
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
for Air Force One plane?
I didn't finish reading it, so I don't want to.
Was it a plane? Because what I read made it seem like
Planes.
planes.
Yeah, I think they have more than one.
They,
They have more than one all the time.
for that price?
Because if I remember reading this correctly in school, they have two Air Force Ones that fly close, so that way if anybody decides to be a terrorist, they have a choice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then in the Air Force One comes with the president's car. They bring it with them everywhere they go. Because it's bulletproof, it's bomb-proof, gas-proof, all this crap.
Yeah, you
They
gotta
can't
have
trust another country. They have to provide their own stuff, And then with that comes the Secret Service. So much stuff is involved, you know what I'm saying? We only see the president's section and all that, but there's so much more in that airplane we don't see, Jesus.
No,
I got a text
entertain
message,
us.
right.
You got a text message. I mean,
My wife's sending me pictures of the kids.
what? Oh, sending you pictures. Okay.
She loves sending me pictures of the kids, which is great. I love it. Sometimes she sends me nice stuff. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm going to be home soon.
Okay.
But,
All right. I had a thought relating back. Okay, so we're talking about the Borg, and what I'm thinking is that I think it started just exactly what you just said. You think that in a few years we'll have these devices, these microscopic devices that can be injected and have serve the function. Basically, now we're getting rid of doctors, right?
I wouldn't say that. I would say that it would relieve the pressure.
Surgeons. We're getting rid of surgeons.
No. We're going to relieve the pressure from the surgeon. Think about it. I work in the medical field. I am actually a trained biologist. But I'm the resident biologist of the podcast. But the doctors, when you talk to them, they're overwhelmed and overworked, a lot of them. And the older doctors are saying that they're scared of the future. They're saying that there's not enough people looking into the medical field anymore, like there used to be. He goes, when it used to be, it's a cash cow. Everybody wants it, money, money, money. They're like, now the medical field is so dragged down by the insurance company stuff. A lot of people that normally would get in the medical field are like, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather do this other thing,
Right.
So they're like, we're getting less medical students than we used to, They work 12-hour shifts. Sometimes they work 3 or 4 days in a row. So they're like, it's wearing us out, Imagine doing heart surgeries for 12 hours. 10 of them, back to back. Boom. You finish one, there's another patient ready for, okay, come on, get it in there, let's go. You'll be an expert at it, but it's just exhausting, So I think the doctors will look at it like imagine them thinking like, I'm going to get a third arm. That's what it would feel like for them. Like I'm getting a relief pressure, like it's easier. So now I got to do 12 surgeries a day, sure, but now I got this nanoprobe that can do some minor things for me before I even start.
No, what I'm saying is that's how it started.
Yeah.
That's how it started. That's how the Borg started. What race was it first? The show doesn't define that because it's it keeps everything.
But I would tell you what
carbon.
race I think it is. I have a guess. Do you have a guess? What race do you think it is? The Borg Queen. Her race, I think is her.
Is whose?
The Borg Queen
It's her race.
is her race. I looked it up online. I forgot the name of her race. You want to look it up?
Not really, but all right. Hold on.
Just ask it.
No, we got other responses that Google apparently.
Did you say Borg Queen butt plug?
But that to me is how it started, and eventually, the
Look
program
up the race,
was
bro.
the program was basically.
It ran amok. All it.
I think that the program was told this is what you have to do. Your function is to heal. I think it was something along those lines. You have to heal, and there was nothing else. So I think it did that. I think that's the way it went. All right, Borg Queen. Borg Queen.
We gotta cut this quiet time out.
I know you gotta help me out here. I think some people are the
But-
Borg Queen.
So, I think also with the AI is dangerous. Who else said it? Elon Musk said it, and another guy said it. Maybe Bill Gates. I think it was that said it also. That went with Elon Musk is a yeah. That we have to be careful with AI because that's their biggest fear, basically saying. Our biggest fear with the future is the AI. Because think about it. Let's say we do get AI and it has it's able to do different functions, right? Remember the AI, the chess one that beat everybody in chess? It had a single function: beat somebody at chess, just one job, right? Then they made the one that saw that one that game Go, I think it's called
Go.
some game from I think it's an Asian game or something like that. That is supposed to have like millions of possibilities. So it's like a really hard game to beat people at, and it beat it, right? The guys that made it said the algorithm they put was a learning algorithm. So there's two algorithms. There's within the thought process of the computer. One of them is I'm gonna totally butcher this. One of them is figure out how to do it, and then the other function is judge how well that one was done. So it's just thinking it's thinking itself. It's like having an internal monologue, saying, "Let me figure out how to make this better," and then the other one looks at how he did it better, and he goes, "Is that a good or was it bad?" No, it was bad. Okay, try again. Make it better. Okay, it was good. All right, cool. Let's advance on that one. You know, and I think that's how we did it, because what they're saying is that same program they would delete the Go game from it, so it doesn't know how to play Go anymore, and they'll put it to play an arcade game on the computer, and it would learn how to be like the best at it. And they're doing it. Okay, erase all that memory. Let's try something else. Try this game, and it will just defeat it like crazy. And they're like, it's a game. It's a AI that's learning. So what Elon Musk is saying, and some other people are saying, an AI like that, if you just mess up one line of code, can literally destroy the world. You know, remember we were talking about it before, but is one of the lost episodes
Yeah.
the AI. You know, that AI would kill us before we even realize it.
No, we have the AI episode actually.
Oh, we do?
We do. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's like, oh my gosh, my son makes better videos.
That's funny, bro. Maybe that's a throwback we could throw one day.
Yeah, some real throwback. So what do you think?
Wait, you didn't tell me the Borg Queens.
I can't find it.
All right, wait, go ahead. Ask me the question.
What do you think about the direction of Star Trek right now?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I haven't finished watching the last two episodes.
I haven't watched like the last 4.
See, so we can't really talk about it.
No, but I mean, so all right. Just in general, to the point where you're up to, what do you think of the direction of Star Trek?
I like it. I think it's getting. At the beginning, I didn't. The more I watch it, the more I'm like, you know what? This isn't that bad. This isn't that bad.
I don't know.
They've. I can't even say. I don't want to mess it up for anybody that hasn't. For you specifically, but anybody really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I guess I'm just going with it. I mean, and I'm still thankful that there's something out there.
Ooh, I'm about to find out the Borg Queen's race.
You know what I'm saying? That there's actually a Star Trek show out. That's basically how I feel about it.
It doesn't say the name.
I told you.
It just says species 125.
I know.
It doesn't have a name. You know what that means? That the whole that whole species got assimilated, and there's no name for them anymore.
Nope.
Only the Borg know them.
That's so dope. But yeah, that's how I think it happened. It started with the messing around with nanobots. But that's only one part of it. That wasn't the essential aspect that I think brought the Borg. I think that what brought the Borg was when they were when they were linked.
What do you mean?
When they were linked. Like when they were able to link a mind to another mind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So when they did that, that's when it got out
Yeah,
of
but
control.
what makes you think that the nanoprobes? I don't know. I was gonna say, what makes you think the nanoprobes that they injected in them don't already do that? That they did it so that they could communicate with each other, so they know what they're doing within that
Group of
function
people?
that they're performing. Yeah. No, just the nanoprobes themselves.
Okay, just the nanoprobes. So then you would have to think this, right? If the AI was essentially what took over, right? It's something that ran amok. That means that, yeah, the flesh is just a battery.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah.
The flesh is just a battery. But
I gotta remember to bring my computer. This is
atrocious?
my God. I don't know how
Apple.
you do it.
Nah, it's a mad old though. It's a mad old Apple.
I'll be trying to find if I can find species 1.
That's dope. Good luck.
There's not there. Species 116 is the only one from Voyager. Episode that's called Hope and Fear.
Um,
Because if the nanoprobes could communicate with themselves, let's say they were programmed to get rid of a cancer, right?
no, hold on. So if it was the technology that ran amok, then I would think that an AI program stepped into this nanotechnology and started using that.
Oh, so what you're saying is that an AI hijacked the technology.
The AI hijack
So it would have to be a culmination. It would have to be two things that came together.
that came
The
together.
medical whatever,
The medical nanoprobes that are
and then
serving a function.
whatever AI they made got loose in the internet. Let's
That
say
whatever AI got loose in the
got
internet.
into contact with the nanoprobes. Like, I can use this as a vessel, as an arm to control things. Let me put myself, this AI form, into a body. Let me use those nanoprobes to do that.
Exactly.
Ooh, this is a good episode.
So the thing about that is that, so then why the Borg Queen? And as far as I understand, if it's my canon or yours, bitch, I don't care. This is what I think. I think that the Queen.
No, it's not my canon and your canon. It's it's your canon and the actual canon.
No, there's only my canon. All right, right now there's only my canon. So the way I understand it, especially the episode with the Queen and Seven of Nine, where she says you have to, and Seven of Nine is because you want me to join. I have to do it voluntarily.
Okay.
So I think that the AI part, after creating all these Borgs and all these from all these different races, it was from the young mind, the young individual, whatever species, because it was through a young one that was gonna be assimilated. And I think that I can only imagine that the fear of this girl or this younger person who we see now in Star Trek, she must have been crapping herself like, no, I'd rather join, don't assimilate me.
I'm going to tell you my theory. And it's going to sound better than yours. I'm sorry.
It's gonna sound better than mine.
Sorry. Listen. My
Why?
theory,
First of all, why are you sorry? You
Listen.
act like I care.
My theory is this. Whenever that AI coerced or took control of the nanoprobe.
Oh, you're talking about the storyline. No, what I was saying was the way it goes.
So people were scared to get taken over, right? Because they were scared to be taken over, they weren't using their minds to help the AI or the nanoprobes. If anything, they were scared. So the nanoprobes had to shut down the mind and only be a drone. The one that volunteered says, no, you can use everything. I want you to use my mind.
Yes.
I want to work with you.
Right. I want to use my give with the nanoprobes. You can communicate with me in a form that's so much more
Advanced.
efficient.
Yeah.
But with my willing brain, I can compute that and and communicate much faster.
We got to write this down. Okay? Are you guys listening to this? Is this recording sure?
Oh my god! If it didn't record, bro, get out of my house and don't come back. No more, no more, no more. So, yeah, that's what I think that is. So, in essence, this technology, this AI that ran amok.
What are you doing? I'm trying to hear you. Keep talking.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? We got to start using the video stuff because we just got to start using it because I think them seeing us. Exactly.
Stuff that goes on, you guys don't see.
You guys have no idea. Like, what are these guys? This one is the most inquieto person I've ever met.
I can start moving now.
Fidgeting all the time. So, yeah. So when it comes to, due to that fact, I can only imagine that this nano stuff, this AI that was created, used all these tools available, kept growing, started assimilating, started getting more information, new technology. Eventually, saw the opportunity of a brain it didn't have to shut off, that it could actually utilize, strategize.
Because before it was just these fearful brains, these fearful thoughts. They
Right.
we can't use this chaos.
So
We have to bring order to this chaos.
exactly, and when they try to bring 7 of 9, they basically this is exactly why we need those cameras. They basically they're probably thinking like, what are these guys doing? They basically they need someone who's willing to take charge.
Yeah.
And they almost forced it on, 7 until she figured it out. Like, oh, this is what it's about.
Because if you think about the drones, check this out. And this is why what we're saying right now makes the most sense, because if Janeway were to walk on the Borg vessel, right, the drones ignore her unless she's a threat. Because the drones are not thinking. They're just working and doing. And if you become a threat, then you take their attention, right?
Right.
But she can't just walk past the Borg Queen,
No.
even if she's not a threat. Because the Borg Queen's like, what are you doing here? What the hell's going on here?
The
Borg
Borg
thinking.
Queen is active. She's conscious.
She's conscious. There you
She's
go. That's a good one.
conscious.
Yeah.
Now, the consciousness of, unfortunately, part
Wow, bro. The Borg drones are not conscious. They're just using their brains like machines.
Yes.
The Borg Queen is actually using her consciousness.
So what happens to their consciousness? Because it's a network-based system, their consciousness is essentially connected to this network. So where do you store that?
Say that again?
What?
I missed what you just said. I don't understand what you're saying.
So they shut down the consciousness, right?
Yeah.
But the consciousness, where does it go? They must store it somewhere
It's
because
like
it's part of the
sleeping,
network.
Yeah. It's in there.
So
But that's why they have the zero. Whatever called?
that's why they have the dream world, Unimatrix Zero.
Zero. Unimatrix Zero. Yeah.
And then that's also why. Damn, I forgot my thought. It's over. My brain just shut off. I was getting to it. I was like, oh, there's nothing there.
So Unimatrix Zero. So Unimatrix Zero is what their conscious minds that are trying to get out but can't.
Oh, okay, right. So there's that world, but I think that the episode. Do you remember the Voyager episode where 7 of 9 is acting like other people?
Yes.
Why? She's not connected to the hive, but she has the last. She had like if life was on a tape, when she and the collective is like on a string. She has everything up until the point where she was severed from the connection.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So she has the copy of those because she doesn't actually have their consciousness.
Wait, but what?
She has a record of.
Remind me this, because I don't remember too much. The consciousnesses that she had. Remember, there's like a little girl.
There was a girl that cling up a door.
Yeah.
She
A Klingon. I remember that.
She bit banana.
Yeah. So, the consciousness that she had of those people were just her immediate group. 7 of, or 9 of, right?
No, not
5 of 9, 3 of 9. Just those 9
it-
people, right? Because she didn't have infinite ones. It was just like a few of them.
No, she had all of them, but those were the only one that were closest.
That's what I'm saying. It had to be her immediate group.
No, because I guess
It
you're
would have to be
saying
one of nine, two of nine, three of nine. Those Borg or the ones that were the consciousness was so intertwined between those nine.
wow.
So there was a stronger connection.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, definitely makes sense.
It's getting crazy. This is a crazy conversation, bro.
Oh man, so all right, so
So that dream world that they're in, the Unimetric Zero, is their consciousness is trapped under this Borg shutting them down.
right, so if, to me it's like a batch file. So the Borg is like, okay, we have all these consciousness that we've deactivated, but there that part of that individual's thoughts need to go somewhere. So I feel like, so what did they do with it? I feel like they put it into this huge file and everyone's just in a room.
No, they would just delete that crap. They don't need it. The way I see
But
it,
it's constantly existing, no?
they would just delete that crap. This is the way I imagine it is this: their own consciousness, they're stuck in the part of their mind that they can't get out of.
Right.
But when the Borg goes into the regeneration chamber or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the robotic part of it kind of shuts down because it's charging. So the consciousness tries to get out, and when it finally gets out, it connects to the hive on its own. And
Creating
it's like,
another,
what is this? Yeah,
another,
and it'll find another voice, and they'll basically figure out their own.
creating
little,
another matrix.
creating their own little matrix,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's basically what happened.
because it's not all of them have it. Only a select few, for some reason, have it.
No, I think they all do. I just think they figured out a way to wake up.
Imagine that they figure out a way to wake up in the Borg body.
They do.
I remember.
What's wrong with you?
I gotta watch this, bro. It's been a long time, bro.
I can't even have this conversation with you.
What episode was that?
Unimatrix Zero?
You're right. I'm watching this tonight, baby. I'm watching it tonight. All right.
Some Star Trek fans, these guys are.
Yeah, we're right. We just like talking about it. We like the thought of being a Star Trek fan.
The whole thought of it. Like, oh man, you know who it would have been awesome to not only meet, but to interview Roddenberry, get into his head, not even just like, you know what I mean? Have a beer, like, what do you think?
You know what's funny? To me, I'd rather meet the guy that took over for Roddenberry. What was his name?
Brandon Braga, is it?
Oh, I forgot his name. Because as far as I understand,
That's horrible.
yeah, after Roddenberry passed, the other guy took over, and he took Star Trek to where it's at right now, with all this extra stuff. That's what I saw a documentary about it. They were talking about it
I mean, I guess things happen
for a reason.
if
But
you believe in that stuff.
I wish that the thing is, there's so much that could be a possibility to make it to a Star Trek show, but they could only choose one to make it to a show. You know what I'm saying? They could only choose the one.
I mean, you only get one. It's one shot.
One shot deal.
It's a one shot deal.
There's so much that we could do, though.
You're putting all this money out there.
Yep, you only could pick one.
You could only pick one.
And this is why I wish Netflix would have made Star Trek. Like, in America. I'm sure overseas it probably is Netflix. What I'm saying is I wish Netflix had full control. Because what they could do is, they'll make one show of Star Trek, make 2 or 3 different ones with 3 different ideas, and then have them intertwined as seasons pass.
Yeah, you know what doesn't
that'd be
make
so
sense? What doesn't make sense to me is why wouldn't CBS be like, yeah, why are we stressing doing it ourselves? The insurance, the production cost.
Yeah.
If we could totally have someone else pay for it and just make the money.
See, Marvel just told Netflix, here goes these 4 or 5 characters. Go for it.
Make me money.
Go make money. Yeah, make us money. Sure.
Right? Put that
And
in
then when they had a character on one of the Marvel shows, on Daredevil, I think it was, they had him, the Punisher. He was just supposed to be a bad guy for the season. They gave him his own show because he was so good. You know what I'm saying? So, this is, Netflix to me is like, I wish they could do like they did with the Marvel stuff, where they have 4 different shows, and then they have times where they meet up with each other. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's what
You have a show, just a Klingon show. You have just a, and then they go to war. Then you see the war from both sides, right? So they built up one whole season of a Federation crew, another whole season of a Klingon crew in a
That
different
you're
show.
all getting attached
You
to.
just love the characters, and then they're
And
fighting
then
each
they're
other.
dying.
They fight each other. Who's gonna win? Who do you want to win? Man,
That sucks.
come on, man. CBS, give it up. Just sell the rights to Netflix. God.
Don't sell it. Put it into a contract that, they got to make money off of it. Every episode, everything that's created, they get a percentage of it. Period.
And it's funny because it's like torn. It's like, I want CBS All Access to work because I want more Star Trek. Because I'm afraid if it fails, they're going to be like, Star Trek is garbage. We can't. I'm afraid they're going to do that.
I don't think they'll ever say Star Trek is garbage, bro.
They might be like, this is not.
Why hold on to the license then?
Yeah, I know. They should just give it to somebody else, man. And then I'm also afraid that they're going to give it to somebody that doesn't really care about the product. You know what I'm saying? Some random TV studio or something.
Some people may say, they gave it to people like that already. That's why you have Discovery.
Nah, Discovery was 100% CBS because in the beginning, that's why I think that mid-season break was. This is what I think. This is my theory. That mid-season break, they had already been filming, but the word was getting out about what they were filming. So the show didn't come out yet. They were still in the filming process, and then they heard the backlash of people saying, "Oh, I hope it's not that crap." So they had that mid-season break because what they were actually filming, they heard the people that like, we need to really get Star Trek fans. Because what I heard from the show is they didn't have people telling them, "Oh, that's not canon. You can't do that. That's not canon. You can't do that." It wasn't until later on in the production where they got people to do that, like real Star Trek fans to be like, "Let me get your insight. What's right? What's wrong? What are we doing wrong? What are we doing right?" And I think that mid-season break was them changing the show. When you watch the show after that break, bro, it's a totally different show, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's a totally different show. It's like it goes on something that you're like, oh, wow, bro.
The last thing I can remember, the guy, the enemy is here, and then he snaps the doctor's neck.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Keep watching, bro.
Yeah. Yo, there's so many shows.
Just watch Star Trek, bro. That's all I want you to watch. I don't care about those other shows. What other show?
My brother was telling me about Dark.
I'm telling you about Star Trek. We're talking about it right now. You can watch it. We could talk about it here.
Yeah, we could. We haven't even talked about Black Panther.
You gotta watch Black Panther.
I saw it.
You saw it?
I told you I saw it.
Oh, that's right. You idiot. Damn, we gotta record another episode of this. We can't do this now.
That's what it is. That's what it is, the basement.
All right,
That's
tune in next
exactly what
week.
it is.
Forget about the zombies. We're gonna talk about Black Panther. Peace. Later.